At 3:45, 15 in front of 4 o'clock, AM 1450, FM 1033, KNSI's Ox in the Afternoon. We go now to Washington, D.C., the Omni Shoreham Hotel, the site of many a KNSI's Ox in the Afternoon broadcast, but not today. But there are many other radio folks there from all over the country, and they're doing interviews with people like Chris Walker from Second Vote. Welcome to KNSI's Ox in the Afternoon, Chris.
Hey, Ox, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Are you still at the Omni?
Oh, yeah, we're coming to you live from our nation's capital and itching to get out of here as soon as possible.
They put in sometimes a cell phone booster. Are you getting a good signal down there, or did you walk up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm outside in the actual hotel part, not down in the basement, so that way you get a better signal that way.
I appreciate that, sir. Are you at the pool? Are you poolside?
I've got my Mai Tai coming and just enjoying this weather. No business like trying to relax, but we're trying to work really hard to get the word out about Second Vote and getting all these conservatives and value voters shopping with their dollars and voting with their dollars and not just with their vote on Election Day. Well,
I've met you guys, I don't know if it was in New Hampshire for the primaries, maybe, certainly at CPAC and other places, but let's talk about this. For those not remembering, tell us all about Second Vote, Chris.
Well, we've developed an app and a database and a website that is trying to educate conservatives on the money that we spend. Whether it's cup of coffee at Starbucks or an airline flight at Southwest, we're funding so many organizations and causes that are fighting conservative ideals and conservative values, whether it's the Human Rights Campaign, whether it's the ACLU, whether it's Center for American Progress. They all are innocuous-sounding groups, but they are dedicated day in and day out to fighting conservatives and fighting conservative values. And a lot of times these groups get corporate money, and, there's not an ideological balance or any kind of accountability to it. So we decided to create an app to allow users and conservatives to start to even the playing field and show conservatives where their money is going and say, hey, Starbucks, love your coffee, but don't love your ideals and your using my money to fund a bunch of left-wing activities. So we hope through this process we can get conservatives to download the app, share the research, share it with their friends and family, and say, and start to communicate with these companies and say, hey, I love your product, don't love your politics, keep your politics out of it, and I'll continue to shop with you.
Well, and if you think about it, we talk about this a lot, Chris. I remember talking with you guys before, but also with a lot of other folks, the idea that, hey, by doing business with places, we're essentially funding things that are making our lives harder, making America weaker and all that. And there really is no, until now anyway, a clearinghouse of where we can go and see what these people are doing with the money that we're giving them.
There is now. It's called Second Vote.
Yep.
It's true, though. We've been playing in an uneven playing field for a long time. The left has been really, really good at this for a long time at pressuring companies to fund their pet causes and fund their ideological projects. And so when we shop, we're in essence funding these things through company donations. And we're losing. We're not fighting back. And with Second Vote, we feel like we're able to start to do that. So whether it's, any type of activity that we spend our money with, we actually have nonprofits on our app as well, so you can know where you're donating your money to. But we're trying to really help educate people and say, hey, your dollar is a vote. Quit throwing your vote away with your money and start holding your vote accountable with Second Vote.
So Second Vote essentially is just what it sounds. It's a second way to vote, essentially.
Absolutely. We have to start holding our dollars accountable, and we need to start coming together on issues like this. So we can't be surprised when we're losing. There's a cultural war going on. There's elections coming up in 39 days. There's an election coming up in 2 years and 39 days. And the stakes are really high. And our opponents and our friends on the other side of the aisle do this very well. And if we don't start to take our money seriously, and if we don't start to hold our dollars accountable, we can't be surprised that once again our candidates or our causes get outspent. And a lot of that comes from corporate money. It's not enough to say, I don't care or I don't know. I mean, I've seen many stories that say, I don't want my coffee cup politicized. And, I respect that and understand that. But a lot of us as conservatives need to understand that it already is politicized. We're trying to get the politics out of it and just have a cup of coffee be a cup of coffee again. But unfortunately, there's a lot of corporate activity and a lot of corporate engagement that veers very far left. And, we hope that Second Vote, with consistent downloads, consistent messaging, and consistent research, can really start to even that playing field and have conservative ideals, conservative causes be part of that again.
Chris Walker from Second Vote at the Values Voter Summit in Washington, D.C., live right now on KNSI's Ox in the Afternoon here at 3:50, 10 in front of 4 o'clock. Chris, how does the app work?
We have scored various issues, whether it's life, whether it's Second Amendment, whether it's Common Core, and we look to see where the corporate money is going, whether they're funding Common Core, whether they're funding, anti-Second Amendment activities, or whether they're banning firearms. And we just really try to, do a complete picture on issues that conservatives care about, and we score them on it, whether they're conservative or liberal.
Okay, that was, I guess, one of my questions is there a way to, rather than to find out if they're liberal, can we find out whether they advocate on behalf of conservatives or patriotic-type causes? Absolutely.
And that's the thing, Ox, that I think really that sets us apart and why we feel like we've gotten a lot of good feedback. Right over 100,000 downloads in less than a year, so clearly it's starting to resonate.
Wow.
It's the idea that you don't have to boycott something. You don't have to, launch a protest, but start to be smart with your money. And when you do that, you really start to make a difference with how your money is spent. And you can start to incentivize companies to be more conservative. So, yes, we want to try to help, line up the pockets, for lack of a better word, of companies and causes that share our values. Chick-fil-A, we score them pretty well because they're pretty good on a lot of issues.
Okay.
Hobby Lobby's good. In-N-Out Burger's good. Starbucks, and sad for me because I love my Ford Expedition, but Ford isn't very good. So until we can, and I've made a point to, email the CEO of Ford and say, hey, I love your cars. I'm a customer, and I don't feel like we necessarily are sharing values right now.
Chris, so the app is something that, like when I'm walking into a store, if I'm thinking about going to a store, I can just punch in,
you can punch in
Target, Kmart, Starbucks, whatever.
Going to buy some Fig Newtons and, let's see what Nabisco scores. You can type that in. We're going to be introducing a scanner feature where you'll be able to just scan it over the next year, so that this will make it even easier for you to be able to engage. Any type of, we're really excited about some of the things we'll be offering down the line too. We're going to be having a gamification function so that way you can earn points for more conservative companies and start to incentivize your shopping and earn discounts down the line. So
great.
We've got a lot planned in the future as well. But, so that's at the end of the day, we want to empower conservatives to make good decisions with their money. We have immense influence and immense power if we utilize it. There's no reason why Walmart should be funding rabid left-wing groups like Center for American Progress, but yet they do. And as conservatives, we are their customers, and we can tell them, look, that you need to stop doing that if you want to continue to get my business.
Second Vote. Yeah, no. Well, that they listen to the consumers. At least we hope so. Second Vote, and so there's it's an app, but is there a website to go to as well, or is it strictly app-based?
It is a website as well, yes. We built the app based on the idea that where can we reach people when they're at a point of purchase? And everybody typically has a phone in their pocket these days, and so we wanted to make it easy for people to use on their phone. But
cool.
If you talk to my dad, who is rather tech reluctant, for lack of a better word, all of this is available on our website as well at secondvote.com. It's free to sign up. It's free to access. We want conservatives using it, so we don't charge for it. And we want people to engage with us, let us know what companies they'd like to see scored. If there's a local pizza shop that's better than Pizza Hut, well, we want to be able to score that. So we encourage people to reach out to us through our website, through the app, through our social media, and engage with us because we'll engage back.
Second Vote with the 2, the Second Vote, 2ndvote.com. 2ndvote.com.
You can spell it out, too. We've got both of the URLs. But, yes, in general, 2ndvote.com. Available on the Apple App Store as well, and Google Play and Kindle and on the web as well. So we've had a couple of people ask us why we don't have the Microsoft phone version yet. We're working on that. their apps are a little more hard to program.
Working on. Well, we appreciate that, Chris Walker from Second Vote. Before I let you go here at 3:55 on KNSI's Ox in the afternoon, overall, how's the summit so far?
The summit is great. We've heard from a lot of great conservatives. You know, you can feel a buzz and energy in the air. You can tell people are excited about the election in 39 days, but you can also tell people are excited about the issues and causes that they believe in. And, you know, nothing like getting 3,000 of your closest friends together to feel a little bit better about where things are going. You know, you read the news and you see ISIS and you see the terrible news out of Oklahoma today, and you just kind of wonder if the world's gone crazy. But then you see 3,000 like-minded individuals sitting in a room really concerned about the values of this country, and you start to feel a little bit better. So, you know, hope we can see you here next year again, because it's a great feeling and a great slew of guests. We're looking forward to the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, well, I'll be there next year, that's for sure, Chris, and we'll probably see you at CPAC or somewhere in between, but safe travels and keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it, sir.
You got it. Thanks, Ox. We'll be in touch, and hopefully we can come back again and tell you some of the new features we're introducing here in the next couple months.
Right on. I think a lot of us will be using it right now. Thanks, Chris.
Great. Thanks, Ox. Have a good weekend.
You too, sir. Thank you. SecondVote.com. Chris Walker joining us live from Washington, D.C. on AM 1450, FM 103.3, KNSI.